What's good, Coach Colin Castello here with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and welcome to part one of the ultimate Stephen Curry shooting series. So Stephen Curry is one of the best shooters of all time, if not the best shooter of all time. So for the next two videos, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a shooting series where we're working on shooting out of all different kind of scenarios that Stephen Curry actually uses in games. So if you get your reps in on these, you're gonna be able to train your game just like Stephen Curry does. Now again, this video is brought to you by our guys over at East Bay, and we've done something awesome. We've also given you the ultimate Chef Curry shooting challenge. So if you click the top link in the description down below, you're gonna get free access to a 5-minute workout that's not only gonna turbocharge your shooting, but it's also gonna help you see where you stack up amongst other players all over the world. So all you gotta do is link in the description down below to get free access to that now. All right, so the very first one we're gonna work on in the Steph Curry shooting series is just a regular catch and shoot, right? So for this one, to be a lights out shooter like Steph, you've got to be able to catch and shoot into your jump shot, right? So if somebody's driving in the middle, kicking it out, or swinging around the horn, this is just kind of the most basic element of shooting. That's why it's step number one. So for this one, all we're gonna do is you're gonna spin the ball to yourself. You're gonna catch 2 feet in the air for this one. We're working on a 2-foot hop, and then we're just gonna quickly launch into our jump shot. The key on this, anytime you're getting catch and shoot reps, you wanna think about loading your hips with your chest forward. So as the ball comes, I'm catching, boom, chest facing a little bit forward just like Steph, loading my hips down just like Steph, keeping the ball right here, so as I get ready to go, boom, nice and smooth all the way through for the finish. Again, step one, we're just gonna get your shots around the outside, and you're just gonna get catch and shoot jumpers. All right, so next we're gonna work on a catch jab into a shot. So basically it's the same thing, but as we're catching the ball, instead of just catching and shooting, now we're going to catch and jab at the same time. So you see I'm jabbing my foot inside the 3-point line, then we're gonna come back to loaded and fire into our shot. So the idea is we see Steph Curry use this a lot when he's catching on the perimeter. He catches and jabs to get his defender sliding and moving. That way they're out of position as soon as he's loading into his shot, right? Because the idea is if we can get the defender out of position before we put down a dribble, you're automatically at an advantage. So again, you're gonna spin the ball to yourself, catch, jab in, think hips loaded, back leg loaded, and then that way we can drop right back into our shot, fire it up. Again, just get your reps around the 3-point line on this one if you're working on it on your own. All right, now that we're done with series one, we're gonna move to series two. They're gonna get a little harder as we go along. So next we're gonna work on pass fakes. So we're gonna begin by spinning the ball to ourselves just like before, but we're gonna catch and we're gonna throw a pass fake the opposite direction. For this one, always throw your pass fake to the outside of the court. So if you're on the left side of the court, throw it to the left. If you're on the right side of the court, throw it to your right. Now the key here is we want to sell with our eyes and sell with our shoulders. Even though we might be in a gym shooting around by ourselves, we still want to make sure that we're actually selling it, right? So as I spin to myself and I catch, I'm not doing this. That doesn't look like a pass fake. I want to swivel my hips, turn, and I want to throw my eyes like I'm throwing that pass, right? Because this makes it look like I'm actually passing. You think about if you had a help side defender, they're closing out. As soon as you do this, they're probably gonna slide that gap, and then we can load into our shot because we got that separation, right? Again, for this one, get your reps on both sides of the floor, always throwing that pass fake to the outside. So if I'm on the right side, boom, pass fake to the right. All right, so the next one we've got is what we call the baby pump. Now this is a pump fake, but it's not a full pump fake. You watch Steph Curry, he uses this one a lot, get defenders scooted back or closing the space, and then he can raise into a jump shot if they still give him the space. So with a normal pump fake, you'd be pumping over your head, right? But it's hard to reload it and shoot again. So what you see Steph Curry do a lot is what we call a baby pump, meaning that when he catches and he's getting ready to shoot, as he's moving into it, he just gives a little pump where the ball moves up by his chest, right? And then he reads and sees what the defender gives him. So a lot of times they're kind of scared of his drive still. So if he gives a little baby pump like this, raises his hips just slightly, and the defender doesn't close the space, all he has to do is just reload really quickly and fire from there. So for this drill, all you're gonna do is spin the ball to yourself. You're gonna give a quick baby pump up by the chest. Then you're gonna reload quick with your hips and fire into your shot. Again, the ball should not pass higher than your chin on this pump fake. If you're pumping high over your head, not a baby pump. We want just a quick short one. Read the D, see what happens. So again, we're catching, baby pump, quick load, quick fire. All right, so the next one in this series is we're working on an extended jab pull. So basically it's off at the catch just like before. So we're spinning the ball to ourselves. Here, all we're gonna do is we're gonna jab, like we're getting ready to jab step, but now we're starting to progress and get a little bit harder. So once I catch and I jab, I'm gonna pull up into a shot straight from there. Now this is gonna feel kind of awkward because your stance is gonna be long and extended. So all we gotta do is as we come through and we jab, try to make sure that the ball is starting kind of down by my thigh out here, and then that way when I load, I can get as much power and energy into it and pop from my hips, right? What a lot of players do if they try this one is they jab, and then they load the ball here on their shoulder and they have to shot put it up there to try to get that power. When you keep it low, you should be able to still get it there. So again, we're going extended jab, and then we're gonna pull up into it. For this one, I only want you working on your dominant foot. So don't worry about jabbing with your left and then trying to pull up out of your left. This is one that you normally only do with your dominant hand. So no matter where you are on the three-point line, when you spin it to yourself and you jab, always jab with your dominant foot. So if you're right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot, and then pull up from there. Again, this one's a little bit harder, but once you master it, it's really tough to stop. All right, so for series 3, we're now adding in a dribble move to the shot. So the first one we're gonna work on is a V dribble. So all we're gonna do is you're gonna spin the ball to yourself, catch 2 feet in the air, and we're gonna execute a push dribble to the inside and a pull dribble back to the outside. So you can see I'm making kind of a V with my dribble. So I'm pushing, pulling. Again, I'm not pushing with my left hand, I'm going inside hand back to my outside hand. Watch how my hand kind of rolls over the top of the ball. Roll, push, back. So the idea is we're using this dribble to get our defender moving on the line and then getting that separation dribble into the jump shot. If you watch Steph Curry, he uses this V dribble a ton to shift his defender out of the way and get that step back range for your shot. So for this one, shoot around the court, shoot from different angles. Whatever side you're on, always use your inside hand for the V. So if I'm on the left side over here, I'm gonna V with my right. If I'm on the right side, I'm gonna V with my left, right? If you really want to get technical on this, think about throwing your shoulders and selling your eyes on the move. So as you come through, V, throw your shoulders, eyes go with it, and then that way when you get that separation step back, you're gonna break them off their line. This is a great one, but again, a little bit harder. All right, so next one, we're gonna add in a lateral space dribble into our jump shot. So we're gonna spin the ball to ourselves, catch 2 feet in the air like before. We're gonna add just a little baby pump, right? You can just kind of sell with your eyes or kind of get it up to your chest, whichever you prefer. And then from here, we're gonna use a lateral sideways push dribble along the three-point line, and we're always gonna move to the outside. So if I'm on the left side, I'm pushing to the left. If I'm on the right side, I'm pushing to the right. So the key here is once we catch and we give a little up fake, a little pump fake, whatever it is, we wanna try to drop this dribble out and slide and go get it. Right? We're trying to get the separation. This is one where maybe the defender's running by, they get a hand up, they challenge, maybe they are on a closeout and so they try to jump to block your shot and they're going this way. So we want to get away from them but still get that 3-point bucket. So the further separation you can get, the better. And you can kind of do it one of two ways with your footwork. You can either drop and kick step into your shot where your foot's replacing your shot, so your push, kick step, or you can cross step. It's totally up to you, whichever one feels more comfortable. Where I'm pounding, and as I do, I'm right over left coming through. So you can kick step or cross step, whichever one you prefer. I personally like to work on them both just in case, but it's totally up to you what you want to do for this drill. Again, shoot from both sides and always push the ball out to the outside of the floor. All right, so next we're going to work on the patented Steph Curry step back. So for this one, all starts the same. Spin the ball to yourself, catch 2 feet in the air. Now we're always going to cross step with our inside foot to our out, and we're stepping inside the 3-point line. So as I come, I'm going to cross step, and I'm gonna pound my dribble with my opposite foot. So if my right foot's stepping, left hand's pounding. So I'm coming through, I'm throwing my shoulders, throwing my eyes that same direction, and then I'm breaking off backwards into that step back jumper. Again, if I'm on the opposite side, it's gonna be opposite. My left foot's coming through, right foot pounds, get that lateral separation, come through. The key to this one is anytime you're shooting a step back to your dominant hand side, so if I'm a righty and I'm shooting a step back going to my right, if I come through and I step back, I might have to let my hips rotate around and let my leg drift come forward to get that shoulder tension out. We see a lot of times most people miss going to their strong hand because as they come through, they try to stay squared here, tons of shoulder tension, and it comes out short most of the time. So really think about letting those hips unlock, leg come forward on that step back. Again, shoot from both sides of the floor, right? Always just stepping with your inside foot, one dribble pound, get that separation, quick load into your shot. All right, so again, a big shout out to the guys over at East Bay for hooking us up with the Curry 4. They're a phenomenal shoe. I love them so far. And if you want to get your own Curry, I've got a link in the description down below that take you right to East Bay. Free shipping, exclusive colorways, best prices. Definitely want to check it out. Also, don't forget, if you want to get that exclusive Chef Curry Ultimate Shooting Challenge, other link in the description down below. You get a 100% free 5-minute workout, and you can kind of compete with other people all over the world. So I highly recommend you click that link as well. Again, I'm Coach Colin Casella. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what sort of videos you want to see next or what sort of shoe breakdown you want to see next, and we will most likely make it happen.